Hey y'all, I think I have a problem and I'm here to confess it. I have an addiction. Either that or I'm going insane again. You remember the hat video? Well, I walked into a store and they said all shoes half off. Before I go any further, I've got an analogy, okay? I'm learning shoes, I'm learning hats, but I'm doing pretty good with shoes. Now, this is just a few. I'm just getting started. I'm gonna toss them down here, but just I want you to think. You remember that old commercial, the Tootsie Pop commercial? The little boy brings it to the wise old owl and says, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? And he says, a 1, a 2, a 3, a crunch. 3. And he says, the world may never know. So let's see how many shoes it takes for me to get to the Tootsie Pop center, the Tootsie Roll. Yeah! Ooh! Let's find out. What do you think? Yeah. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Oh, yeah. Haven't put the other shoes up yet. They're in 3 of those boxes there. Since this was a shoe video, I'd let you watch me put some shoes up. So that's what I'm about to do. So I'm gonna put some shoes up, maybe put the other shelf up, and then we'll talk about shoes. Or maybe we'll talk about shoes while I'm doing this. Who knows? Stay tuned. It's gonna be interesting because we still got to talk about those Nikes that were on the top of the stack. Very important. That may be a whole separate video, but stay tuned. Boots, tall, doesn't fit in there. They go on top. How about rollerblades? Bam! Cleats. I don't like cleats. They're really slow sellers for me. So I'm gonna put these on the bottom shelf in the back corner. More cleats. More cleats. More cleats. They're nice. We'll put those up here. Adidas. Under Armour. Air speeds. Yep. Nikes. Y'all familiar with these? These are pretty awesome. You recognize them? These are from Back to the Future. They light up when you walk, but something's wrong with the battery life. The battery doesn't store, so it lights up if you got it charged. It's got a charger back here, but they're $100, $200 pair of shoes, and I can't quite get rid of them. I mean, I haven't tried yet because the battery doesn't hold. So maybe if I can find somebody that fixes it. Otherwise, they're going to end up in a yard sale. Wrestling shoes. More Nikes. More roller skates. You see the kind of weight they hold. All right, these next batch of shoes you've already seen at the beginning of the video. These are the ones that I've listed. Echoes. Skechers faux fur boots. Gambler series. Reef. Flip-flops. I don't remember the name of these. Python. Snake boots. Adidas. Stan Smith. My son gave these to me. Found them in a thrift store. These are pretty rare boat shoe. Kind of a neoprene water Tommy Hilfiger. I don't know, little slip-ons. Check out them Converse Chuck Taylors. Oh yeah. Well, I think I got a little bit more room. Of course, I got all those other shoes that I haven't listed yet. Hey everybody, I got glare in my glasses, so I may just lift those up. I can't see, but whatever. Okay, I want to talk about shoes. Shoes. I got a lot of them. Now, in a different video, we're going to talk about these because very interesting stuff there. Hey, these, you didn't see these in the video. These are Oakley steel traps. Yeah. About $200 pair of shoes. We'll see what we can get out of them. Yeah. Hey, these are cool. Other Nikes that were in the video. Anyhow, whatever. So, okay. Selling shoes. If you do a search on Terapeaks, you find that shoes are just about the #1 selling item on eBay. Especially the athletic shoes. And I've said this before in other videos. Athletic shoes get worn more than any other shoes. Shoes that you wear to work on a regular basis, those get worn out more than something like your casual or dress shoe, because those are occasional, so they last longer, and therefore they're not needed as often, they're not bought as much. But athletic shoes get used rough. They're running, they're hiking, trail running, whatever the game is, whatever you're into. So they get bought more often. And because athletic shoes can be expensive, people will buy shoes used. And eBay is one of the main platforms that I sell shoes on. Now, a lot of people are like, ooh, used shoes. Well, most shoes can be thrown in the wash. Just throw them in the wash with a load of towels so it helps to balance it out. And then I don't dry them. I'll set them on top of the dryer while I'm drying something else, and that helps to dry them a little quicker without messing them up. Now, a shoe stretcher is pretty important. A lot of times your Goodwills, you'll find shoes that already have shoe stretchers in them. Now, it wasn't super important for me to get those. I would just cram, newspaper print, but not newspaper, because that would leave the ink stain. This is just the plain newspaper print or some type of packing material I would put in the shoe, and it would, help to hold its figure, especially while taking the picture. Well, I bought a pair of shoes recently that had shoe stretchers, mainly just to hold the shape, and they were in the shoes, and they came with the shoes. So I got them, but they're really inexpensive. I mean, you can get shoe stretchers online for under $10. All that being said, What to look for. Athletic shoes are going to be your quickest turnaround on selling shoes. There are other shoes, if you do the research, that you can make a lot of money off of. And there's all kinds of videos on how to clean a shoe. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Wash them, throw them in the wash. I mean, you know, you've got so little invested in the shoe most of the time that if the washing machine does mess it up, oh well. You're going to make that back on a different pair of shoes. But, you know, pay attention. You wouldn't want to throw suede in the washing machine. You wouldn't want to throw leather. So there's some different ways of taking care of that. And that's for another video. So you get it. You know, get yourself one of those stiff dish brushes and kind of use that on the undersoles to brush that out. I use a lot of times I'll use an OxyClean or a magic eraser to get around the edges. You don't have, most of the time I don't bother with it. I'll rather take an offer than spend a whole lot of time cleaning a pair of shoes. Something else with it. Storage. You've seen the racks. Those are cheap, inexpensive. Not necessarily. Yeah, they are cheap, but they're pretty sturdy for what you get. You can get those delivered $20, $25. I think because of the popularity, they might be going up. So, you know, if you don't have it, throw them in a tub. If you don't have a tub, you know, put them on the top of a shelf, put them in your closet, something along that line. So you bought the shoe, you've cleaned it up a little bit. Now you want to take pictures. Now, the professional sites usually just show one shoe. So your first picture is the one that is the attention grabber. So get your best angle of that shoe and well lit and take a picture. That's your first picture. After that, usually what I'll do is I'll put two of them so that they can see both sides that way. And then I'll get a picture of the front, and then I'll get a picture of the side, and then I'll get a picture of the back. Sometimes I'll get a picture from the top that also shows what the sole and the condition of that. Sometimes I'll get a picture of the information on the tongue. And then I turn them over and I get a picture of the sole so that they can see the condition and the tread wear, because pictures say so much more than description. If you say a shoe is in great condition, that's personal bias. You know, my version of great condition may not be the same as your description of great condition, and they can fight that, you know, item not as described. But if you compare it to pictures and show them how the sole on these are, you know, they're coming up a little bit, but the tread is still good on these shoes. These are actually a really good pair of shoes here. I don't know why I haven't listed them yet, but they will be. And then set them aside, list your shoes, put as much information as you can, but keep it simple. That people don't want to read a whole lot about how, you know, oh, it comes from, you know, my house and storage is climate controlled, and there's no pets, or I don't smoke, or I don't eat, or you know, when I cook, I don't fill the house full of smoke and grease. You know, there's all these different things, and oh, hey, the shipping is this, or you know, hey, you know, make sure you know what you're buying, because I don't do returns, or if you're going to return it, there's going to be no, because eBay's going to do what eBay is going to do. Just list it, keep it simple, but also be transparent with the listing. If there are some scuffs that you don't feel like removing, make sure you take a picture of that. You're allowed up to 12 pictures. Make sure you take a picture of that and let them know that this can be cleaned. Let them know about the bottom. Just basic information. And then list it, put them aside, and be done with it. Now, the item sells. What do you do? Well, depending upon the value of the shoe, depends upon how I'm going to ship it. Shipping shoes is actually really easy. Sometimes I'll wrap the shoes individually with like some saran wrap kind of thing. And then I'll wrap them together like that. And you might be able to fit that. There's 3 ways that I'll ship shoes, okay? 4 on a rare occasion, but 3 ways. The first way, and the easiest way, is in a USPS Priority Mail shoebox. And the dimensions are on the side. It's like 15 by 8 by 6 on the shoe box. And they'll fit in there and closes right up. Very little packing, if any at all. And throw a label on it, weigh it, it's good to go. All right. Now, I'll advertise it most of the time that I'm shipping parcel, but almost every time it's going to end up going priority. This is the easiest box, and there are ways to change the shape of this box. Maybe you need it a little bit, you know, wider or taller. That's the first way. And then, of course, this isn't a flat rate box, which means you can alter the size and shape of this. You can cut it down if you've got a shorter shoe. That's the first way. That's the first and easiest way. It's 15 by 8 by 6 USPS priority shoebox. The other way is if it's a smaller pair of shoes, like flip-flops, you can fit in a flat rate envelope. Okay, yeah, believe it or not, you can use this. Okay, this is probably one of your cheapest ways. Make sure you wrap your shoe first. Tape these edges because these things will come apart, and cram that shoe down in there. Now, as long as you don't alter it as far as it'll still close, you can ship this. Okay, it can still be bulgy. You can ship shoes in this, no problem. All right, so don't be afraid to check it out. If it'll fit in this, pack it in this. The eBay discounts for shipping this is like $7.76, something like that. So this could be one of your cheapest ways of shipping shoes. The next way, a little bit more, is your padded flat rate. And you can get shoes in there. Because of the closure, I like putting the heel furthest back in there. And I like wrapping them first. But and I don't think these would actually fit. These are a little too tall and long. And as long as it closes, you're good. Doesn't matter that it pooches out like that. You're good. So those are the three ways. Now, sometimes you're going to end up with like a pair of flip-flops or a pair of Crocs, something like that. That's really lightweight. That'll ship first class. It's not that often, but you will find shoes that'll ship first class. And if they do, stick them in a poly bag, an envelope. It's real similar to this. It's just not padded. Wrap your shoe first, stick it in there, label it, it's good to go. Those are the easy ways of doing shoes. It's not difficult. You can make a lot of money doing shoes. On average, I'm 1 to 2 pairs of shoes a week. You can do this too, people. You can do this. I got a lot of shoes to list, so I'm gonna get busy. Hope you learned something. And I'm gonna take pieces of this video and put it in a next video showing the shoe rack, how to put the shoe rack together, and showing some shoes on it. So stay tuned for that one. And then I'm going to do a video about these Air Jordans here. The name of it, what to look for, and what's so special about these. All right. Thanks for watching. You can do this too. And is selling shoes worth a flip? I think so. Because it's one of the #1 selling categories on eBay. Athletic shoes. Look it up. You'll see. Athletic shoes are probably the #1 category, next to like guitars and probably auto parts. Hey, all right. We did it. We filmed another video. Thanks for watching. I'm going to list a few things, and I'm going to go and enjoy the great outdoors because it is beautiful today. And it's supposed to rain for like the next 7 days. Cool. All right. Thanks for watching. Come on along. And I guess to answer the question of how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, to get to that Tootsie Roll, I'm still not there yet. You're going to have to watch the video to find out. The world may never know. Bye.